All right, hello and welcome to the Stock Operator channel. I'm your host, Alex, and this is the end of the week market report where we go over the events of the week. Wow, what a crazy week. And yeah, if that's something you're into, stick around. All right, so here we are. This is the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY. And yeah, we ended the week green. I think this is the first Friday in a while where we're, closing at the high end of the range, which is it's good to see, especially with some uncertainty about Chinese stock delistings, heightened tariffs, and the market's higher. And also, I think the most telling thing that you're near the end of a crash or a drawdown is this volume right here. It's very, very low, and it seems to be, over. I mean, if you go back in time, like if we roll back here, even to, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, this is, now let's go to another crash. Let's go to COVID. Okay. So, I mean, even if we look here, the volume was continuing higher. Yeah, perhaps it's like this. This is a little sketchy. We'll see. I mean, this is a pretty long drawdown compared to this, where it just had started. So let's hope it doesn't do that. But whenever the volume kind of dips below the moving averages over here, it's pretty much close to the end, and then we should continue upwards. So we'll see. We'll see if that holds true. But certainly that's something very interesting, is that the volume has dried out. I mean, I marked on my market monitor that it's a follow-through day today, and we should be getting busy. But it's kind of interesting. Like, it's kind of a weak follow-through day. Some things, everything didn't go up equally. Like, Tesla didn't go up today. I had some other stocks that didn't go up today, but I still marked it as a follow-through day. We got 1.7%. I don't use the volume like William O'Neill does, but let's dig into the market monitor and see what it has to say. Okay, so that's not the market monitor. Let's go here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look. So I marked it as a follow-through day. Today is day one of a rally attempt, a follow-through day rally. We still have a lot of stocks in stage 4, which is okay. Ended at the high of the range. We got stocks moving at highs, so it seems to be like the crash is over. But we'll see. We're still below the 10-day, and we're still below the 21-day. And then this trend is very interesting, because this is the first time the trend has kind of been bullish. Yeah, if we go back to COVID, let's go back to COVID, really quick. Where are we? COVID. Yeah, if we look here, the trend in a crash period, it's always going to be above 1. Okay? And the only time it gets below is when it's about to be over, when the bottom was in. So that's another data point that's relatively interesting. Okay? And the put-call ratio has collapsed, 0.71. And if we go back to COVID as well, again, put call. Oh, I don't have the put call data, forgot. But yeah, bummer. Put call collapsed. We hit a high of 52, and now the VIX is at 38. Wow, 20%. So this 20% bull is basically, I scanned for stocks that have moved 20% in 5 days. So now we have 61 stocks that are already up 20%. Which is pretty good. If we go back to COVID, yeah, so towards the tail end of this crash, that throughout the entire crash, we didn't get anything. Okay, so it's another data point that we're pretty close here to the end of this crash. Higher highs are good, bullish combo is good. Yeah, stocks below 45-day Bollinger Band is continuing to go down. 5% stocks is looking good. This short-term momentum down gave the signal a couple days ago, on that big green day. and then it went down even further, and now short-term momentum up is picking up. That's also good. Yeah, I mean, the TD buy is also flashing a buy signal because it peaked at 1400 and now we're down to 700. That's good. And the anxiety index is approaching 30K. That's really bullish. You know, as it and then the New York long-term breadth never got below 0. So we might escape some long-term pain. I'm surprised we went through all this pain and it got to 8. You know, even when we were going into 2022, where's the beginning of 2022? In January 2022, it got below. Okay, so it was below. Whereas this crash, we didn't get below. So that's another interesting data point, that we crashed this hard and didn't have a breadth signal for a bear market trigger. So pretty interesting. There's another thing I wanted to show you. Where is it? Over here. Yeah, so this is basically the weekly view of the S&P 500. Okay, and this is my game plan for next week. These are weekly bars. Okay, these are weekly bars, and essentially, if you look over here in 2022, you know, at the beginning of the end of the bull market, we have the volume spike that comes into S&P. Okay, so we got the volume spike here. We got another volume spike here finally. It's an upside candle, volume spike. Okay. There's also, if I can do it here, every single time in the bull market, when the uptrend was about to be over, we got the volume spike, right? And then here, we got the volume spike. So it seems like a 2015 sort of a thing. Yeah, this volume spike right here. This kind of looks like the market right now. You know, big move, you know, 1, 2, 3, 2.5 year, 3-year move. Okay. Volume spike. And then also here, this one right here, volume spike. And so if you kind of compare them all, yeah, I mean, it's basically saying that major crash downtrend could be over, and we could be in for like some chop like this thing right here. Okay. Or, you know, like right here, this one right here, you know, if you look right here, okay, boom, right there. Yeah, I gotta wait for this, you know, and then it goes sideways for a little while. Yeah, and I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the big volume spike, and I think we just got it. So my base case, there we go, is that we could go up next week or even go down, but it's going to be sideways, and we're going to retest that moving average that I was talking about. Because every time that happened, besides COVID, because COVID had a little bit more of an extension down to the, you know, below, like even in 2022, once we got that volume spike, we went up a little bit and we tested the quarterly moving average. So now we're already below it, so I think we can test the yearly moving average from the bottom, right? So something like this, okay? So, you know, testing it from the bottom, I mean, it is a very steep correction, but this candle is also not a bad candle. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Yeah, I mean, the portfolio is doing okay. I mean, how much are we down year to date? Yeah, market's down about 10%. Yeah, portfolio is down about 11%. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get a nice little bounce. You know, 5%. I'm going to buy those puts, and we'll be in good shape if the market starts to go down again. Yeah, besides that, I think that's everything I wanted to show. Yeah, just looking for a bounce back up to the bottom end of this moving average. You know, by the end of this rallies typically last about 8 days. But we have to see, you know, if we get a distribution day within the first 3 days of this follow through day, you know, we might have a failed follow through day. But I think this will get us back up to that moving average, and hopefully everything works out. Now, I said that the last time I said that, Trump came out and said some crazy words, and we went down 15% in 3 days. So we'll have to see. Yeah, but that's the end of the week market report. And if you guys like the content, feel free to comment with what you guys think. And if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. See you later.